one thing about owning a Commando is once you've got one, you do need another.
Well, you should know.
I do.
You should know.
All thanks to you.
Oh, there's a bit of a story there, isn't there? Because sadly, this lovely bike was marooned in South Australia when Vic came back to the UK. And when it came to be a big birthday, I thought, what can I get him? I know, I'll get him a Commando. You love that.
And I did. And I was absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah. It's so funny because I bought this bike and I thought, I know, I managed to persuade some friends to bring it down for me. And they were coming down anyway. So they turned up with it in the back of their van and managed to convince Rick that they'd bought their motorcycle down for a service.
Because he bought it from
the dealers up the road.
Triumph dealer up the road.
Yeah.
So I didn't bother to question this. And why would you? You know, it's not.
Yeah. And then on the morning, kind of got it out the van, took the sheet off it, and you were like, oh. You were speechless.
I was speechless, absolutely speechless.
And you really started kind of, look at this, all fiddling with it, and then you tried to start it, and then you started it out, and you were really pleased with it.
Yeah. Well, I still am.
Anyway,
I didn't quite like it being I did like it at the time being an Interstate.
Yeah, but I bought this lovely 750 Commando in fairly, I think it's probably the original paint, but it was past it. It was rusty and past it.
Yeah,
very faded, and the paint was rusty, and it was past it anyway. You kept it like that for a bit, didn't you? And then the next thing is...
I got this one back from Australia.
Yeah, you got that back from Australia.
And so I had two Commandos.
Yeah.
750 and an 850, and they were both Interstates. And I thought, well, two Interstates, it's one too many really, as there's so many other styles of Commando. And I always had a hankering after the 1971 export-only Street Scrambler, the 750 SS.
Street Scrambler.
Which they made for 1 year.
Yeah.
Makes a change to have something a bit different.
Well, it certainly is different now. I bought you this lovely motorcycle. Look what you did to it.
That's lovely. Let's get it out then, shall we? And then, ta-da, ta-da! Here it is.
You devalued that bike.
Oh, made it priceless, dear.
Let's get it outside, eh?
I always take the suppressor cap off because this one's got an oil tap on it to stop it wet sumping, and so you don't ride off without turning the oil on.
So, just tell me why.
Why? Because I can. Yeah, I just fancied something different. You know,
it's a bit Marmite, you know.
Yeah, I don't mind. I love Marmite.
It's certainly different.
It's great. It's based on brain synapses.
Brain synapses.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you draw lots of interlacing lines, and then join them up with curving the corners like it's done on here.
Yeah. Oh, with a curve.
Like
yeah.
This looks very similar to what brain synapses are like.
So, is this a reflection of your brain?
I believe so, yes. Yeah. Initially I was going to have this as an eye, because you can sort of see the eye shape there with the pupil. And then I thought, well, that's a bit corny. And then I thought, oh, I know, I'll paint the circle green, because in the...
when the Commando came out?
Yeah, Wolf Bowling was a designer, and he came up with the green blob.
As it's affectionately known, the green blob, which you've got on the speedometer.
Which you can see on the speedometers. The later ones have got black lines through it.
Yeah.
But the early ones were just a plain green blob.
I didn't know there was a difference,
yeah. So the green blob was Wolf Olin's design for a brand for the Norton. So that's what the green blob's all about. And I thought it sort of ties the paintwork back into Norton. And it's sort of got a psychedelic sort of 70s feel to it. Bit out there, you know.
Yeah. I'm just speechless. So it's a perfectly nice machine.
Made even more perfect.
Yes, dear. It's certainly individual.
Yep.
Nobody's going to nick it.
No, I had a lot of fun doing that. I'll do another one.
Have a lot of fun. It kept you busy, didn't it?
I'll
Kept you out of the pub.
Yeah, I think to do my 29 Norton in a similar sort of vein.
It's only a bit of metal at the end of the day.
And it's only a bit of paint. You can
Yeah.
paint it over any time you like.
Yeah.
I've used this one quite a lot this summer. I've used it more than the 850. The old bikes, you really want to get them out the day before you're going to ride them and make sure that they're all ready to go, you know. It's not so bad if you just got the one, because it's generally used more often, but when you've got a selection, sometimes they sit around and you tend to use one bike more than the others. So the Commandos are always the quick go-to, leap on, go for a ride, because that's what they do.
Yeah, I think this is the main bike you've used this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go out, give Rick's bike a spin.
Right.
See what it goes like.
Reckon you can handle it then?
Eh?
You reckon you can handle it then?
Of course I can. When I ride a bike that's new to me, I always pretend the brakes don't work. That way you're really prepared. If you do have to stop and you're not familiar with where the brakes are, you're prepared. Let's see how it goes. I'm looking forward to this. It's a lovely bike, isn't it? I really like it.
They are nice, yeah.